and you're going to look at me.
Okay.
All right, so can you tell me your name?
Okay, Haley Novich.
And can you spell it for me?
H-A-Y-L-E-Y-N-O-V-I-C-H.
Okay, Haley. So, as I told you, what we're doing is looking for kids that have kind of gone above and beyond to set examples. And your name came to the top, and one of the things they told us about was your work with the Cobblestone Project. So tell me first of all what you did with the Cobblestone Project.
Okay, well, we did a thing called 30 days.
Let me stop you because they will edit me out of this. So just repeat, like with the Cobblestone Project, so you set it into place.
Okay, so the Cobblestone Project had a thing called 40 Days for Change. 30 Days for Change, not 40.
Okay, that's okay. Start over.
So the Cobblestone Project had a thing called 30 Days for Change in April, and we each got paired with a different nonprofit organization. I got paired with the Children's Advocacy Center, and what we did there is we helped the place raise money for them. The CAC is actually known for helping sexually abused kids, and we helped them raise money and got volunteers for their glow run that was happening. We raised about $3,000, and just for the Bentonville kids, we raised over $2,000 just here in Bentonville.
So when you were doing that project, was there a point where, and there's something to raise money for something, but there's something when you see those kids and what they've gone through, and I know you couldn't see them for legal reasons, but did they tell you about any of that? Or when you think of that, and you think of a mom who takes this little girl, 7 years old, you know, and now she's been introduced to this new world because somebody has sexually abused her. And without that center, that little girl would be in a police station with lots of police, scared to death, on top of being scared to death already. And your money that you raised goes to help that little girl. So it's so much more than money. What does that mean to you in your heart to be able to do something like that?
Right. Being able to go and see the CAC and just seeing the different rooms and telling them about what exactly they do and how many kids they help. There was over 436 kids just this year that were sexually or physically abused. And they've had, since they've been open for this past 7 years, they've had 12 kids die, under the age of 3, that have been killed by their abusers. So going there was completely life-changing, and it made me wanting to help them out even more, and made me want to actually go and get that money for them. So yeah, it was more than just about getting it for the CAC, but also for the kids.
So when you started raising this money, it happened pretty fast. What does that tell you about the example and the effect you can have at your age? There's a verse in the Bible that talks about, the young, and not to underestimate, not to let anybody tell you're young, you can't do anything, because you can do anything you want. What is that? I mean, did that shock you at just how quick people responded when you asked for help?
Yeah, I was really shocked at how much money we got to raise in such a short amount of time. I was amazed to know how giving people really are. We went one day, just in one of our class periods, and went around to classes, and we raised $90 just in that day. And I had the freshman cheer and dance teams help me raise money for just a week, and I told them that if they raised more than $30, that I would give them a pizza party for each group. And one girl herself raised $186, and the dance team raised $900, and the cheer team raised $700. So yeah, it was awesome to know that I could help make a difference for the CAC in that way.
And when you think about your own heart to give, what do you think the importance of that is, just in your own life and showing that example to others to give? What part do you think that plays in life, just that willingness to give and take your time, to lead kids?
Good question. I don't know. I think me being able to have this experience was really helped me grow as a person and see things in a completely different way. I think I was naive about what all actually goes on here in Bentonville, and I think that being able to help here or help with the CAC, it opened up not just my eyes, but like everyone in Bentonville High School, so there's like 4,000 kids, got to like at least know what the CAC was now and like know more about what actually goes on. I think we're a lot more sheltered than we actually, but yeah, we're a lot more sheltered than we should be sometimes, and I think that, yeah, it definitely opened up some eyes.
So what do you think about the power of one? Tell me, so you believe that, I mean, just in you doing that project, I mean, if all those kids, 4,000 kids, it started with one person willing to do it, what does that tell you about the power of one, and what message would you want to share with other kids about the power of one?
Well, I think if you want to get something done, you can't always rely on everyone, and that it really helps to have like the drive to want to do something. Whenever you have the drive to do something and you're motivated to do it, you can get a lot more done than you think and have a lot more impact on people than you think.
So when you look at your life, like scripture quotes, is there anything that kind of has been an encouragement to you or has meant a lot to you?
Yeah, one of my favorite verses is Jeremiah 29:11. It's for I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you hope in the future. And yes, that's like in my room on my wall actually. And yeah, that helps give me motivation and know that God's here for me and wants best for me.
Well, Haley, thank you so much.